See, it's actually working tonight. It's working. Everything's working. Everything. The camera, the mic, it's all working. It's all working. Hold on, I'm gonna take my AirPods out. Whoa! It's like story time. It's everybody gather around the fire. I'm gonna sit in a big, comfy velvet chair and regale you all with stories of the sea. I know it works. It works. It's plugged in. The camera's working. The mic is working. Grammy Boy's working. I hate when there's all this fuzz on the mic. I didn't, the only bummer is I didn't I didn't schedule this. So there's no thumbnail existing that would have been bringing people in. So I just popped into the live unannounced. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, my phone tripod. I probably shouldn't be doing this live. I should be filming. I need to film like 2 Onyx videos tonight, 3 really. But I've gotten into the habit of doing these, and I like doing them. So, I mean, the truth is, I should just be going live every night until the end of the Kickstarter. So, how's everybody doing? The Brio is juiced. I will say this. I'll need to, as we sit here and hang out and talk, I'll need to also be responding in the AMA because it's still kind of going. I mean, we started it at 5, but I'm still getting notifications now and again. Hold on a second. Man, yeah, YouTube is so weird. YouTube is so weird. I just got a notification about something being taken down off YouTube. Have I ever had any professional work or training? Well, what do you mean by that? I don't, I've trained. I mean, I started acting when I was a little kid. I mean, why did I start the stream now? Of course he wants dinner. I know. Why did I start the stream right when he would want dinner? Yeah, in middle school, elementary school and middle school and high school, I did theater and then I took improv training out here. But when you start acting when you're very little, you also have classes that, like, I had a manager and we would take classes on diction and cold reading. I really prided myself on being able to read cold. And I did a lot of radio spots as a kid. I remember one was for a local Maryland hair salon called Kids Cuts. But they took what I said in the radio ad and then they remixed it because that was the point. So it was like, come down to Kids Cuts. Kids Cuts. Kids Cuts. And that might have been why I wanted to become a director, because I remember hearing that commercial in the car with my family. And they were like, oh my gosh, Andy, because people used to call me Andy. No more. And they turned it up and they were like, it's your commercial. I was like, it's great. I can't wait to hear me. And then it was like, hey, Kids Cuts. Kids Cuts. And I, felt like I didn't know that's what they were going to do. I felt vulnerable and weird. That wasn't the performance I gave. But of course, they weren't going to explain that to the kid. Hey, you're going to be remixed to sound like a shitty rap song, like a cringe little white kid rap song for Kids Cuts. Then I was like, no more. I'm in charge from here on out. I'm directing everything. And I was probably 6 at the time. So what am I going to do if I don't get the 500? Well, we're getting the 500. Did y'all forget? We're winning. Let me get my sign. And look, I'm not taking it as a sign that this fell down overnight, okay? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean we're not winning. That just means I get to hang it up again and think about its message for a second time and let it really sink in. Also, I've got great double-sided tape that I can't find. I'm having to use this really cheap stuff. I've got like thick bad boy double-sided tape. This thing has been put up once and has stayed up because I used the good stuff. I use that good. I should probably pop into the AMA, but thank you, Wesley. You know, and just remember, you can pledge now and it doesn't charge you until April 2nd. So pledge now and just know that you have to have that money in the account by April 2nd. Everything is round. Everything's round. We are winning. We are winning. We are winning. Oh, man. Let me pop over to the AMA because I feel like I need to continue to answer questions. Let's see what we got. What was the inspiration for Onyx having a cowboy hat? You know, this is an interesting question to answer on the YouTube as well. A lot of times these things aren't intentional or very strategic. I had just made a movie called Worm, and the bad guy in that movie had this black cowboy hat, and so I had it with me. I mean, literally everything on my wardrobe rack right now, some of it was bought specifically for Onyx, but some of them were bought for other things, but now they're here, so I utilize them for Onyx. So that cowboy hat that I wound up wearing in the Weird Satanist Guy video was from Worm. And just to make it a bit more Onyx, I had a necklace of his that had broken. He's wearing the necklace. Wait, in Weird Satanist Guy, is he wearing the necklace? Or is the necklace glued to the brim? Because I started gluing the skull necklace to the brim. Oh, wow. Whoa, sorry. Weird Satanist, I'm wearing my original fedora with the studs and the necklace is on my neck. Got it. Weird Sinkhole Guy, I'm wearing the black cowboy hat. And I have glued the necklace from the Weird Satanist Guy video now onto the brim of the hat. This is the kind of inside baseball stuff you want to know. I'm also wearing that cowboy hat in the Ghost interview, the interview with the band Ghost. Man, that original studded fedora I have. People have been talking about doing a fedora tier on the Kickstarter, but the thing is, it's smooshed, but it is still intact. It's in a bin right here in the garage. I could do like a big tier for getting the original Weird Gamer Guy, Weird Satanist Guy fedora. But I also feel kind of bad because it is also just like a POS hat that's crushed. You know what I mean? Do I have any idea what the pledge total was before they started getting matched? Yes, I screenshot it. So, whatever we, oh yeah, I need to announce this because some people weren't in the AMI. Starting now until probably this time tomorrow night, basically till the end of Thursday, I have a backer who is willing to match every pledge that comes in up to $10,000. So I'm going to announce it formally tomorrow. One of the videos I have to shoot tonight is Onyx announcing it. He's going to be like, it's double dollar day, meaning every dollar that comes in counts as double because we've got this backer in the wings. I'm calling them my angel of music. Hey, what's up, Kings of Horror? So from now until tomorrow night, any pledge that comes in is going to be matched up to 10,000. So, I mean, think about it. If we could get in 10,000 by this time tomorrow night, we're actually getting in 20. Oh, and the Friday goal is 420. So just think about that. Think about it. Think about it. I am not growing my hair out to match Onyx's wig. What I'm going, because the truth is, this pops out from underneath the wig and it's so gray and, oh, what's the word? Gross, that it wouldn't really work. I would be shaving my head before making the movie. So that the wig, you know, fits easier and comes on and off. What were we talking about? Oh, I was answering the question on the AMA. Forgive me. Let me answer this question. What was the inspiration for him having a cowboy hat? It was a leftover prop from my film Worm. Another question on the AMA. Can I choose the shirt that I get from the Kickstarter page? This is also something important to know. Yes, here's how it's going to work. If we reach 500, me and 2 other people that are helping me are going to sit down and we're making a giant spreadsheet. I mean, we've already started building out the spreadsheet, and it's basically going to have everybody's information and everybody's tier level. And then one of those people that's working for me, it's their job to email everyone and get the specific information that is required for every reward. They're going to have to ask, which t-shirt out of these 2 t-shirts do you want? What size in these shirts? Whose name do you want Onyx to say in the video shout out? And so forth and so on. I mean, it's going to be a big undertaking, but we knew it. That's why I've got a couple people helping me. And then I'm going to be down here in my garage going, oh, hi, Elise. Thank you for backing my film, Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. I don't know. Elise is pretty cool. And I'll do that 4,000 times. Gladly. So you'll be able to choose your shirt after all is said and done. We will be reaching out. This is not going to be just like in a few months, you get a box and you're like, well, shoot, I didn't even want that design, or that's not the size shirt I would wear. My intentions with this is that the fulfillment process leaves everybody satisfied, because I know how difficult it can get and how people can become upset when the rewards aren't what they expected or aren't what would actually benefit them the most. So, how do you know who upped your pledge for pins? Good question, Roger. So, one of the people that's helping me manage the campaign is, I'd love to shoot in Canada, by the way, Brian. Great question. You only have to pay $25 for a custom Onyx video, by the way. So when you manage your pledge, we're notified. Not just if it's a new pledge. Anytime a pledge is managed up or down, it's in our backer report. Basically, on my end of Kickstarter, when I sign in, I have access to a backer report. And it says what everybody does. So I know when somebody drops their pledge, and I know who did drop their pledge. But I mean, no shame. I'm just saying I know it all. It's all there. How was I able to be at the right place at the right time? We had Marby's Boys and other news report videos. Well, I've said this before, but I guess I'll say it again. I am never at the actual location in those news videos. I'm filming myself on the streets of LA, Burbank, wherever, and I find environments that match the news, and I splice my footage in, and I degrade the footage, and I have somebody cut out the lower third from the actual footage, and I place it over my footage. So it's an edit trick, the whole thing. They've always been, except for ones that take place at conventions, like Weird Gamer Guy, Weird Masquerade Guy, Weird Anime Guy. We film all those from scratch. We go around and interview all of those people. We build out that video package and make up a fake name, like, what's up? It's Anime Attack, blah, 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 blah. There's 2 different versions of those Onyx event and news videos. The ones that we've built from scratch and the ones that we splice into existing news. So since Kickstarter takes money off the top, how much do you actually have to make? The amount that we are looking to make is the amount that we've set, 500. Well, I should explain. What I'm saying is that's the money we factored in the Kickstarter fees. What I might do is have an investor come on board that kind of makes us whole on that 500. And it even helps finance the creation of some of the rewards so that we actually have 500 for the production budget. But it's not a guarantee that I can find that investor. So I am prepared to make the movie for the 345 that I would get, or 400 or whatever it would be. I don't know the numbers because it's calculated after the fact, but you're told to expect like 5 to 8%, I think, disappearing to Kickstarter, because 5% just in like a Kickstarter fee, but then there's like processing fees. Okay, wait, I think I missed a good question. Somebody asked, somebody asked if, Elijah, I see it now. Sorry. If you're upping your pledge, will that be matched? Yes, because it's going to count as an increase. Any increase from the moment I screenshot the total, which was at 5 p.m. tonight, when we started the AMA, and I labeled it March 24th, 5 p.m. Onyx Kickstarter screenshot, so that I would not lose it. Any increase from now until tomorrow night will be matched up to $10,000. So in a world where we get $11,000 in, whether that be through upping of current backers or new backers, will only be matched up to 10,000. But that's a good problem to have. So yeah, I'm going to make a formal video about it tomorrow where Onyx outlines it all and it's very clear. But that's the idea. Any new money, whether it be through upping or new backers, will be matched. What is the possibility for someone such as yourself to complete a feature-length film, including script, film, and post? Can't remember. I don't know what you mean by that. What's the possibility of it? Can you clarify? Can you clarify what's the possibility of it? I mean, if we get the money through Kickstarter, I'm making this movie. And people that know me know I don't often not finish things. If anything, I've finished too many things. That is what I would be accused of doing. I know that sounds like somebody at a job interview that's like, what's my negative trait? I guess that I'm too punctual and I care too much. But it's true. If I get an idea for something, I finish it. And there is no way there's no way I would go through what I've gone through over these 45 days of this Kickstarter and not make a movie. I mean, at the end of it all, if I'm going to put out this much content and try this hard to get eyes on the campaign, I am making this movie. But I don't even know if that's the question. Oh, I mean, interest in making such a thing. Oh, sorry. I still don't know if I understand your question. What is the possibility for someone such as yourself? Can't remember. I still don't quite understand your question. Could you clarify even further? Ron Pete, it looks like we are getting new backers because the backer number is public on Kickstarter. So that number keeps rising. I do think current backers are upping their pledge, but I also think we're getting more backers in that are new. And the closer we get to the end, I'm told that's going to keep happening. And it's going to quicken in pace. I hope. What happened to the guy who played Gunter? I don't know. F. Jason Whitaker. I don't know. I don't know if he's still in LA. I don't know if he's still acting. He was great in our little movie. What was the cost to make Worm? That's a good question. Okay. I think Worm, I want to say it shook out to be about like $25,000 because I think it was like 9 or 10 up front. And then I had to find another 10 to get it really finished. And then I think I had to put some more money in as we went through festivals and stuff like that. Okay. Thank you, Ron, that you've been going hard on trying to get new backers. Yeah. Did Zella Maisel ever release any physical albums? Yeah, I think we did. I think we made an EP that was physical. Yeah. If I didn't get the money, could I find a way to make an Onyx movie with an even smaller budget? I mean, sure, but where would I find that money? I mean, this is it. This is it. I think this is something that people need to understand. This Kickstarter is it. If we don't make this money, I've said it before, but I'm retiring Onyx. This is the way forward. This is the way forward with Onyx and with me as a director. Yeah. This is the way forward. I'm not even factoring in like, well, what could I make for cheaper, for less? Because where will I find that money? And then it's back to square one, you know? So, yeah, there's no way out but through. We're making Talisman of Souls. We're going to make it rip, and it's going to be, I mean, as good as Fright Night. You know, it's going to be as good as those movies that I loved growing up. It'll be better than Fright Night because Fright Night, if I'm being real, it's got some real problematic thinking, especially in the intro, dude. And like the dynamic between Charlie, he's just such like an 80s leading man. You know what I mean? He's like pushy with his girlfriend, and he's not really a nerd. He's kind of popular, but he's still downtrodden. It just still had that John Hughes influence of like nice guy who's kind of a shitbag as your lead character. Anyway, there's no flexible funding on Kickstarter, Will. It is all or nothing. And we are where we're supposed to be, being a week and a day out. So we've got to just keep going. This is where we are supposed to be. To be at $3.99 or wherever we are, that is where we're supposed to be. And we're supposed to be at $4.20 by Friday. And that's the point. And that's the point of these two initiatives. The art and the pledge match. Oh, Army of Darkness all the way. Okay, buddy, is it time? Is it time? Okay. I wonder if he's going to start realizing that I'm putting him on camera. You can't fail to make this movie. I'll miss Onyx too much. I know. So will I. But this is the thing. I love the character so much. I want to see him go to the next level, right? And as an artist, that's what I'm always looking to do. So I think, like, if I can't get what I want out of my creation as a director, there's no way forward. And what I want is to see Onyx in this environment. That's the way forward. That's the way to next level him. It's a great bridge for the character. It takes him out of being like just a gamer guy that lives in his mom's basement to being kind of like a hero in a fantastical setting. How and why do I have so many porn stars in videos? Well, I think because a lot of personalities that are involved in the adult industry are different than Onyx's personality. They're people that are free from a lot of shame. They're people that have found empowerment through their sexuality and their performances. I think it's an interesting dynamic to place Onyx with people that just aren't as twisted up with shame and fear and insecurities as he is. So for me, that's always a funny dynamic. And not a lot of people saw the video, but the one where he's interviewed at AVN, I mean, I thought that was really funny. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Tommy Wiseau and Greg as the bullies at the meat hut is an inspired idea and a great choice. That's great. What happened to the live poetry reading Onyx did for that band? Oh, I think that's online. It was for the early November. I think that's online. I have done many non-Onyx videos, many, and it doesn't matter. People still think he's real. There's no single video that will. Onyx has spread too wide and too far for everyone to ever fully know that Andrew Bowser exists. You know, it's just, yeah, I can make a million videos as Bowser and it just doesn't matter. People won't know. Having watched the table read live on YouTube was a game changer. I have never seen a movie I am backing performed raw, knowing it will be fleshed out into a real film. This journey is cutting edge. Wow, I really appreciate that, because I'm not going to lie. I was nervous to do the script read. I was nervous during the script read, and not as a performer, but as a writer, because I know the script is too fat, and I know I want to change things about it. But I also knew we needed to put the thing up on its feet and have some people weigh in. So it's interesting because as people are reading it, even if it's a scene that I wanted to cut in half, like I already knew, this scene's going to get shorter. Once people start acting it and performing it, and I feel the eyeballs of the YouTube audience watching, I feel the fat in that scene even more. And it becomes even more clear, and it comes into focus even further of like what to cut and why. So do I have a sequel script or ideas for such a thing? Yes. So somebody asked this question in the AMA, and they asked, is the idea that it's like Ernest, where, you know, Ernest scared stupid, Ernest goes to camp, Ernest goes to jail, Ernest saves Christmas, that each movie is a different adventure and maybe even a different genre? I thought that's what it would be. I thought I'd write this one and that it would end, spoiler alert, I thought at the end of this film, he would wind up back home, having gone on a big adventure, but for the most part, things kind of resetting for him, so that the next movie might be a completely different subgenre. I think they'd all stay in a horror comedy, but I thought they'd be different subgenres. Then I wrote this script, and I fell in love with the world we carved out and the new characters that are brought in. And I realize now the way forward would be to still involve all of them and keep this world and just flesh it out more. So I still think there's a way to get into other subgenres, though. Can I talk? Spoiler, I'm I'm going to spoil it up. I'm sorry, but I like talking about this stuff. And again, when we make the movie and it comes out a year from now, maybe a lot of people will have forgotten my spoilerific live streams. But I know, buddy. I'll finish making this point and then I'll go get your food. And then we'll let everybody watch you be a sweet, sweet boy on camera. Okay? Okay? He's just back there like, okay. So let me just say this. At the end of the film, I'm saying spoilers, but I think it's exciting. At the end of the film, everybody that's been a part of Onyx's crew gains supernatural powers. Now, we're not talking superheroes. I'm not trying to make an Avengers of horror, even though, yes, I am. Everybody has received an endowment of supernatural powers. One person is a powerful witch. One person is a werewolf. One person is just this ancient Viking warrior. But we don't get to see them go on an adventure now having those powers. So the idea is that now you've got all these monsters living together. Onyx is kind of the boss now. He's kind of the one that would maybe be running the house that they live in, the mansion. And you could, with a sequel, focus on the werewolf, or at least definitely have a subplot involving the werewolf. Maybe it's about another crew of werewolves showing up at the mansion, and we focus on number 2 being more of a werewolf film. Or we focus on number 2 being more of a slasher movie. And we focus on somebody showing up saying that they're actually the heir to Bartok's throne and taking over, kind of like Addams Family Values with Joan Cusack's character, kind of just like showing up and taking over. You could make it more of a slasher movie, or you could make it more of a paranormal supernatural comedy like Ghostbusters. He could find out that what Bartok has done in this mansion over the years has filled this house with all sorts of entities that they don't even get into in the first film. So that mansion might be haunted and might want them out. So maybe the second one is more like Poltergeist or Amityville. Or maybe it's more like Gremlins and something is birthed out of the basement that was a part of Bartok's experiment from the 70s that gives birth to little creatures taking over the house. I mean, basically, you end this film with just a monster house. So now you're in monster house territory. I saw people drop off because I started saying I was going to say spoilers, but you don't mind spoilers, do you, buddy? So the point is, we are set up at the end of this film to go in multiple directions when speaking about the subgenres within horror. And that's exciting to me, but I do think it will be a direct continuation of this. Also, it could be a TV series. Okay, bud. All right, let's do it. Okay. I may lose more viewers because we're going to watch Gremmy Boy eat, but it's got to be done. I got to feed this dude. All right. I'm going to give you guys the best POV. Crank. I'm going to give you the best POV of all time. And actually, I'm going to take his litter box with me to clean it out. I mean, I know this is what y'all want to know. Oh, wait. We don't want to block where he comes out. So once again, you're going to lose him when he comes around this corner. But don't worry. He's going to be right here for his dinner. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. Anybody ever do the P90X series? Oh my gosh. I can remember every quote from that. And that's a good thing. All right. Food bowl, water. Are we in a good spot to see him? I think so. He'll be like right there. All right. I'm going to go get his food. Then I'm going to come back, put his food down, take his litter box with me to clean. And, everybody just keep upping their pledges and backing the film. I really want to can we get to 400 over the course of this stream? Can we? What are we at right now? Sweet Jesus. Oh, we're not even at 399 yet. Oh, boinkity, zoinkity, boinkity. Well, I believe in us. 398, 922. We're so close. Let's get to 400 on this live stream. And I will stick my hand back there without a glove and see if it comes out having lost fingers. Just kidding. I will not do that. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to get your food, bud. All right, bud. Grammy boy, tell me, sweet Grammy boy, oh, Grammy boy. Whoa, Grammy, Grammy boy. Right? Why are you hissing at me from over there? Grammy, all I can do is feed you. Get that sloshed. Get that sloshed. Get that sloshed. All right. Everybody, please give me thumbs up when I can turn volume back down. I'm not doing spoilers anymore, if that's what you're asking. Okay. I'm taking your litter box with me, bud. I'll be back. Have fun with Grammy boy. bud. I got your litter box. Hi. Hi, I see you looking at me. I got your litter box. Okay, I'm going to bring your litter box in, okay? You could just stay out. You could stay out and look at me. I got your litter box, buddy. Hi. Look at you staying out to say hi to me. Well, isn't that the sweetest thing? Isn't that the sweetest thing? And aren't you the sweetest boy from all the way over there? You're just so sweet tonight. Hi. I'm saying hi from all the way over here, so I'm not gonna bother you and get too close. But I do have your litter box. Okay. All right, bud. Here we go. Got your litter box. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, how was that for everyone? Thrilling? Exciting? One thing I won't do, I'm not going to live stream him going doo-doo. I think that's an invasion of privacy. I think that might be a little too ed TV for this stream. How deep does that wall go? Pretty deep. It's probably like, he can like lay down comfortably back there. I think that's part of the problem. It's like really comfortable. It's like perfect size for a cat. And he can't go anywhere else. Like he can't, it stops right here. So it's just this little alleyway. If we got to 400, I could fill that sucker into 80%. Wouldn't that be nice for everybody? Don't you just think that would be so nice for everybody? Wall kitty dumps for 420. All right, if y'all get me to 420 tonight, you can watch this cat shit. That's not true. Don't you worry that some people might get annoyed by the Onyx voice throughout the whole movie? It's a good question. I talked about this last night. The weird thing is, I thought that. I was worried about that. There's something about the rhythm of the movie that, okay, I think I would put it this way. As soon as you realize it's an ensemble and that other people show up, you even start like intaking the Onyx of it all differently. If I was talking straight to camera for 2 hours as Onyx, yes, I think people would be like, "Good boy, we're gonna get out of here soon." But I appreciate you. Looking forward to the movie. Thank you, Dunkalunk, and thank you, Alex. Grammy Boy Squad. So if I had spilt that kitty litter, oh, that would have been great. So I think once you realize that it's an ensemble and that we're going to have these breaks from Onyx, I don't think you'll be frustrated by his urgency, by the tone of his voice. And also, not every scene with Onyx is he at an 11, because he's nervous around new people. He's scared to be in this mansion. It's like different energies of Onyx. I will say, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I really feel like the script has a good rhythm that is not going to overdo Onyx. But also, everybody's note was don't cut any Onyx out of that script because everything with him really, really worked. Yeah, I mean, I just think about the scene where he's like, "Are you scared? You're not? Yeah, not figured. You're kind of like always chill. And that's pretty cool. But I mean, you're not always getting the Friday Faves energy. You're not always getting him just being like, what? Like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Sure, yeah, for sure. My computer's about to die. I can plug it in, but I'd like to stay on until we get to 400. Let's check it out. What are we at? Are we even over 399 yet? 399, 538. Come on, let's do it. We're so close. I swear to God, I'll let you watch this cat shit if you get me to 400. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. We're not watching a cat go doo-doo live on camera. But I am going to get my power charger and plug it in because my computer's about to die. And then we can keep chatting about the film. If Bobby Dukes carved the Talisman of Souls, Bobby, could you do that? You could make that's too you couldn't do it before the Kickstarter ends. That's so fast. But it would be cool to see you make a prop out of something else, making a talisman of souls out of an Arby's box, making a talisman of souls out of a kitty litter that's meshed with turds, and so it's kind of malleable. No, don't do that. But that would be cool to see you make a talisman. If I drop a squat in the litter box at 400K, I'll take a shit in that litter box. Come on, grab me squat. I'm gonna do it. I tell you what, on that live stream that we're gonna do on the final day of the campaign, whoa, I'm gonna be getting loopy. I am going to get loopy. But if you think about it, here's what I was thinking. Here's what I'm thinking of doing on the final day. And I said it last night. I think we start the live stream at 9 a.m. on the 1st. And going from 9 till 3 a.m. is not that crazy. I go from 9 to 3 a.m. I take like a 3-hour nap, and then I'm up at 6, and we still got 3 hours to go before well, Bobby, we should talk, because there's like a couple of really cool objects in the film that, yes, could use your expertise. No, I'm going to get loopy is what I said. So going from 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. is not crazy. I can stay up till 3 in the morning, even at my age. I take a little nap on this couch over here, but I keep the live stream going. Maybe Grammy Boy comes out in the middle of the night. For all you know, you'll witness Grammy Boy come out, look at me while I'm sleeping, keep walking, and then go back to his wall. Or Grammy Boy might get into a fight with a goblin, like that movie Cat's Eye, and stop a goblin from sucking the breath out of my lungs. Don't drink coffee for a while before the marathon and then just sip on it during the whole thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I just did, well, I do bad on and off of coffee, because if I'm off coffee, I'm doing matcha, and that still gets me pretty jacked. Dude, $10 for a shot? I can't do that. We had this conversation. If I drink on the live stream or have like unhealthy food, I'm gonna be sleepy. Who are these beautiful girls that I'm always working with? They're just people that I know from TikTok or Instagram. Some are friends. Some are just people I message and ask to be in these videos because they own a specific costume or fit a specific theme for one of those date videos. Yeah. It's just like casting for anything. You just cast for it. Sometimes it is straight off LA casting. Like the people that do the news videos with me are almost always from LA casting. You just make a post and say you're shooting a weird sketch. And I will say, a lot of times people aren't down. I'll send them weird Arby's guy, weird Satanist guy, and I'll be like, it'll be like this. And they're like, no, thanks. Was Penny Barber my friend? No. Penny Barber. So I wrote a manager probably 2 years ago about an Onyx sketch, and they specifically manage adult performers, and they get me in touch with the artists. So a lot of times I'm not talking to the artist directly, because you have to understand, working with people in that industry, they receive a lot of disrespect. They work with people that might assume a lot about them that isn't true. So in that case, I mean, and this is true for a lot of performers, management representations in place to make sure that things are done properly. So that's key. Yeah. So the manager kind of helps vet the creator and make sure that I'm not just somebody that's just gonna like make fun of them or disrespect their job. And so I always I always tell them the joke's always going to be on Onyx. Onyx is not going to make fun of what you do. And also, Onyx isn't bold enough to even be very forward with you sexually. So, yeah, it's a good mix. Oh, Jason Marsden. That's a great question. He just reached out to me over TikTok, or maybe I followed him first. But he said he was an Onyx fan. He has been wonderful. He's even given me thoughts on the script that I like really appreciate. They've been very insightful. I haven't talked to Milana in a long time, but she's wonderful, super funny. Was super fun to like improv with. Where are we at? 400K? Check the total, baby. All right, hold on. Oh, well, I should have said I'd do something for 400K. Oh my gosh, you don't even know. That's such a huge relief. I mean, oh my gosh, look at that screenshot. Thank you. $400,000 out of 500. Do you know how within reach our final goal is compared to what we've done over the last 6 weeks? Oh boy. I'm not saying that that what's left isn't going to be a sprint or even a little mini marathon, but arguably in comparison to all of that, we're in the home stretch. This is huge. Plus, we've got these 2 incentives planned. Plus, we've got cool stuff planned for next week, including the live stream where I lose my mind and Grammy Boy comes out at night and kills me and all that. So there's so much planned. Thank you so much. 400, 400. I'm going to color in the thermometer. That's right. That's what I said I'd do. Okay. But I also feel like, if I didn't have 2 videos to shoot tonight and edit, I would like do a shot of something. I also don't even know if we have any alcohol that would be worth doing a shot. I think we have some tequila. Dang. If I do a shot of tequila now, though, I'm sorry, Daniel. What are you saying? I've been around since the beginning, and now I don't want to pitch in more. What do you mean? Why not? No hello or anything. Hello, Daniel. I'm sorry if this chat goes by so quick. You have to forgive me if I miss something. Pre-record a 3-hour Onyx talking to a sleeping bouncer. Yikes. Staying in character for 2 hours while we do those Twitch watch-alongs is hard enough. So staying in character for 3 hours, that's a lot. But if I do a shot now, Daniel, you asked a question. What happened to the chick in my video with the ASMR, and then she gutted me at the end? Do you mean the actress? That's Mary Neely. She's a friend of mine. She's hilarious. She's great, and I will hopefully work with her again on many things. She's one of my favorite people. Oh, a shot at 500K? Yeah, I think I'll do a shot at 500K for sure. Bong rip for 420. I don't even own a bong. I mean, I could smoke a little weed at 420. Colin, I like your thinking. We are doing it. This movie's being made. We are making a effing movie, gang. That's one of the things I'm most excited about. Oh, there's a couple questions that were good in there. What's the hardest thing about doing the character? And then where'd the I don't know come from? Not to sound super, super pretentious, but the I don't know came into my head out of nowhere. I remember I was in the bathroom and I remember looking in the mirror and I literally just said, I don't know, super quick. That was the first thing. I wish I could remember what led to that, but I'm a bath baby. I like my baths. And I would often just sit in the bath to come up with ideas. And I just thought I want to do a character that just has this nervous catchphrase. And I came up with, I don't know, before anything else. Everything is like kind of draped around the I don't know, which is so weird. Oh, the Merkins, I need to write them because I know their videos. I've known their videos for a while. Okay. So the other question was, what is the most exhausting thing about doing Onyx? Was that the question? I think it's just like if you saw the raw footage from Friday Faves, I think you'd probably be sad because I do a lot of like last night I sat down here at 1 a.m. and did the next Friday Faves and they're improvised. So I just be like, this week's episode of Friday Faves is about this week's episode of Friday Faves is about my top 3. This week's episode of Friday Faves is about my top 3 scariest childhood fever dreams. And it's like, it's that constant resetting, and it's really exhausting. So that's the hardest part about doing Onyx is just that his energy is so, I mean, it's like you have your hand on a live wire the whole time. I was thinking about uploading a Friday Faves raw, no edits. I mean, I could. You know, I have the footage just chilling. Yeah, but that's really vulnerable. I'd need to watch it down first because I get really angry at myself. No, when when I hear somebody say, I don't know, if they say it quick, sometimes I'm like, huh. But one thing I don't notice is when I, as Andrew, say, I don't know, because I'll be talking to someone, and I was like, I don't know. And they're like, and I'm like, what? And then they noticed it and I didn't. The actress who played Bowsette is a cosplayer that I know from TikTok. She's wonderful and she's a really good actress. And her name currently, I think, on social media is Bunny Black, but she just did a new one with me called D&D Date, and she's really, really funny. And I do think I'll put her, I want her to be in the movie somewhere as like a nod to the internet videos. Okay. What's the, I missed a couple questions. Where will the movie be released? That's up to the distributor that we hopefully sell to. If we can make the movie, we sell it to a distributor. And, you know, they determine where it goes. Okay, I'm going to fill in the thermometer. I'm going to fill in the thermometer. So I'm trying to see if there's any other questions that I missed. I can make a bong. Isn't Mary Neely Onyx's best friend of the North Wind? Yes. Yes, Mary Neely is Jessamine. Did I not say that? Yes. If I do the 10K, will I force you to take the vaccine? I think if people aren't vaccinated that are involved in the film, there will be, you know, real intense protocol for quarantining. Or it is possible that we'll all just be vaccinated by then, like at least my cast and crew. So yeah, we will not take it lightly. Trust me. The last thing we need. Please tell me Olivia Taylor-Dudley is really going to be in it. She needs to be in more stuff. She should be in everything. She should be in absolutely everything. The only thing I control is, can I ask her to be in my things? And I ask her to be in every one of my things. So let's hope she will also be in this thing. I thought her reading Farah for the live read was great. I mean, it was exactly the vibe. She has such a good blend of kind of both being cool and in control, but then also can get as wild as Onyx, really. So that's what I like. I like that kind of dual nature. And Farah has that tenfold because she's, spoiler alert, a demon who's sworn to be a servant to Bartok, but really wants to get the F out of there. So there's a lot of duality. Okay. Am I scared that the movie won't make me a profit? No. Because in my mind, the point of making this movie is not to make a profit. The point of making this movie is to get a calling card feature that opens the doors for more feature directing jobs. So whether that be more Onyx movies, or whether that be a horror comedy that I didn't even write, or whether that be a remake of Gremlins. That's what the point of making this is. Here we go. Ready? Oh, it's so glary. Oh, okay. I'm filling it in. Woo! Oh, I'm getting all sweaty. Whoa, 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 whoa. 480%. You've got to be kidding me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. Can you see how tall it is? All that's left is the length of my hand. Come on. All that's left is the length of my hand, and I've got tiny hands. Oh, it feels good. I tell you, my friend bought me this thermometer as a gift for the Kickstarter. And when she sent it, I was excited, but also kind of nervous that this would become like a sign of failure, and that I would just be staring, just like that episode of Shadow Zone where Onyx is trying to do the Get Me Muns page to get money to make his armor, and he gets literally not a single donation. I thought, is this thermometer banner going to be my Get Me Muns page? And it is not. It has been very encouraging looking at that. Oh, buddy, are you ready for potty? If he's ready for potty, then I'm going to sign off soon. But there was a couple of other really good questions. I mean, everybody, as far as like vaccination and everything goes, y'all, you do your own research, make your own decisions. I've done my research and I've made my decisions, and that's all we can say. You know what I mean? We're not gonna change each other's minds here in chat. You got to just do the research, try to follow the science, and act accordingly. To each his own. I've done what I can do. Thank you, Weekend Tacos, for backing the film. What happened to the intro into the Shadow Zone? Welcome to Shadow Zone season 2. Shadow Zone was canceled by Nerdist after 1 season, and so they did not do any more of it. Does my wife get tired of me being in character? Well, she's not really with me when I'm in character. I'm down here in the garage. You know what I mean? Do I sometimes come up into the house to like get lunch and I'm dressed like Onyx? Yes. Does she roll her eyes? Yes. I mean, you know, she doesn't like want to party with the guy. She's not like trying to have Onyx hang out for too long. Do I have plans to sell the movie digitally, even if you don't find a publisher? We will get distribution. If this movie gets made, we will get distribution. I mean, have you seen some of the movies that get distribution these days? I watched a couple just this week. I have confidence that if we get the movie made, we're getting distribution. Might be a small deal, but you'll be able to find it. It'll be somewhere where you can rent it digitally and hopefully buy it physically as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Shadow Zone season 2. Bruce McCullough was going to play Onyx's dad. We had a whole pilot written. So not only did Shadow Zone season 2 get outlined, we had it all outlined. And oh my gosh, it was funny. There was an episode that was like Ed Wood, but with Onyx, where he befriended this aging horror movie icon. But then the guy like didn't want to leave his garage. He was like, can I just stay here? And Onyx was like, oh, in my garage? Just like kind of like sleep on the couch? Yeah, sleep on the couch. Yeah, sure. And then he couldn't get rid of this like Bela Lugosi type. But then when they didn't, oh yeah, everybody make your own decisions. I said it about the vaccine. Do your research. People have their own concerns. I'm not gonna convince anybody to see things the way I choose to see them. Like it's up to y'all. And then, you know, yeah. So anyway, so then Shadow Zone season 2 didn't happen, but instead I wrote a pilot that was called Premature, and it was an Onyx TV show, like proper, right? And I'm blocking my wonderful greenery back here that people were asking about earlier. I don't know what type of plant that is, by the way. I just know that it's fake. I don't know what type of plant it's impersonating either. So Premature, we met with Bruce McCullough about playing his dad, because Premature, the whole show was about Onyx's dad coming back into his life. That was the whole premise. And it was a really cool pilot because at the top of the episode, Onyx is working at the meat hut and this drunk guy shows up, and they only refer to him as Carl. And Onyx is like, Carl, what are you doing here? And everybody refers to him as Carl, the Meat Hut employees. And then Carl comes back and crashes on Onyx's couch in the garage. And then Carl takes him out the next day, and they try to get vengeance on these bullies that they saw at the Meat Hut. But you literally go through the entire pilot and you don't know that Carl is his dad. You just think it's this weird drunk that he's befriended, who I guess has shown up at the Meat Hut multiple times in the last couple months. So they go on this adventure trying to prank these bad boys that were making fun of Onyx. But then in the end, Carl actually winds up stealing one of the bullies' cars and taking off. And Onyx is really crestfallen because it almost feels like the whole thing was just to like get these guys this car, because you realize at the beginning, this drunk guy crashed his car. It's a better pitch than that. But the point is, at the end of the episode, Jessamine is like, just because he's your dad, it doesn't mean you have to be his friend. And Onyx is like, yeah, I know. And then you're like, oh, shoot, that's his dad? So, yeah, it's a good pilot. And Bruce loved it. Bruce was like, man, he gave me some notes on the script that were so right on. Like when you get notes that are coming from the right place, that aren't trying to change the shape of the thing, he was like, oh, I get it. I get Onyx's voice. I get his world. Here's what I would say. Tweak this, tweak that, make this shorter, add some lines here about that. And I was like, you're correct on all fronts. You're correct on all fronts. Okay. So where are we ending tonight? I'm going to shoot 2 new videos, over 400. Thank you all so much. We're going to do, starting now and all the way through tomorrow, is Double Dollar Day. Any pledges that come in are being matched by a backer who has agreed to match pledges up to $10,000 total. And then Friday, I'm releasing this special art print that is going to be available to current backers that up their pledge by a certain amount. I think I'm going to say by $20. But don't quote me on that because I could change my mind. If I get other advice that says otherwise. But Friday we'll release that art. Tomorrow is Double Dollar Day. We've broken 400,000. Oh, Onyx's YouTube channel was a botch. I thought more people would show up, but I put something on the Onyx YouTube channel and it got like half the views as just putting it here on Bowser Vids. So like, I can't put the time and energy into building a new channel. I kind of thought it would happen more organically. I don't know. I'm not deleting it or anything, but I just realized quickly that, that there was no point in me launching a new channel now. If I up my pledge today, will they double the entire pledge? No, the increase will be doubled because the number was screenshot at 5 p.m. So any increase will be counted. Okay. I'm going to advertise the hell out of it tomorrow. Thank you. I don't really know much of the 5SF crew, but I've talked to a few of them and they've all been incredibly nice to me. So I'm not like friends with a lot of them. I'm just friends with Olivia and Kelsey, but they all seem very nice. Okay. Thank you. From 5 p.m. today, we started the backing double. Yes. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. 400K, baby.